Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the bantamweight bout in Bellator between Juan Archuleta versus Enrique Barzola. And how I see about this one, or how I feel about this one, is high confidence Juan Archuleta. Really should be a lock, but that's just me giving respect to Enrique Barzola. That's me looking at the momentum and whatnot and stuff, and it's MMA and whatnot. But reality, this should be a lock pick Juan Archuleta. And just right now, the odds until they shift probably by the time I post this video, or by the time I even try to touch these those lines, if I even touch those lines, watch it even go up like he like minus 300. So right now at Pick'em, this is like a hell of a steal. Y'all talk about value. This is value. This is crazy value right now, given how good Juan Archuleta and how great the style matchup is for him. But yeah, it is what it is. But matter of fact, another good play with this one is flat out pick Juan Archuleta and then like a hedge with decision. Because I think Enrique Barzola is only going to win this fight by decision, probably like a close split decision or controversial. Matter of fact, it would just be a controversial decision if he does win. But Archuleta could win in the distance. Archuleta could win by decision. Yeah, Archuleta could win a lot of ways. He could win knockout, submission, decision. I feel like Barzola just kind of held to a decision. But nonetheless, yeah, I said Archuleta twice. I said Barzola. Barzola just hold to a decision. But yeah, that would be the play. But yeah, how do I feel about this one? I feel like this is a good matchup for Archuleta. Archuleta has phenomenal wrestling defense. I'm not gonna say phenomenal. It's solid, very solid, championship level wrestling defense. Very good in scrambles, very good on the wrestling defense, very good cardio. So I feel like where Enrique Barzola beat two of his previous opponents, Darian Caldwell, I forget the other guy's name, the little Russian dude. I feel like Russian dude was very raw, and I saw him give up positions to way less competition. So I knew Barzola would be able to, to school the young bloke. And then Darren Caldwell, I picked Darren Caldwell to win that one. But Darren Caldwell, I already knew he had a fading issue, but I thought he would be good enough to be able to put on two phenomenal rounds and probably eke out survive a third round. But he obviously got finished in the third round. But nonetheless, I thought he'd be able to survive it. But with Juan Archuleta, it's not the same thing. Juan Archuleta actually could push a crazy pace. He has won 5 rounds a lot of times with some real great fighters. He's been outside of with that time he got caught in his last fight, man, chin has held up. Anybody get caught out with something, be caught and knocked out with something they didn't see, and that's nothing you have to worry about with Enrique Barzola. Barzola is no real surprise to Enrique Barzola. He don't do nothing. Oh, I didn't see that coming. You know everything Enrique Barzola does. He's just a tough, put his head down, come forward, look to wrestle and grab him. I feel like Archuleta is a better wrestler than him. I feel like Archuleta can match his pace. I feel like Archuleta can stuff his takedowns. Matter of fact, that's what he's mostly going to do. Probably stuff his takedowns and probably just pick him apart on the feet. We have seen way less fighters. What's his name? I forget the dude's name. Dude not even in the UFC no more. Guy probably retired. I've seen several people stuff his takedowns, just mix up Enrique Barzola. I just feel like wrestling, stylistically wise, Archuleta thrives against wrestlers, and Barzola has had issues with people that good anti-wrestlers. There's another one of these cases that you can say, Whitaker versus Vittoria, or Whitaker versus this guy, Whitaker versus that. It's an anti-wrestler versus a wrestler. The anti-wrestler gonna win like 99.9% out of times out of 100. So it's like that should be a lock pick. But again, he's not riding the best momentum, and momentum does have crazy effects. But still, even with that, all that being said, high confidence. Barzola ain't really seen no great finishing ability or power ever from him. Ain't never seen him rate him as a great striker or a decent striker. He's more so a pace pushing cardio wrestler, and I feel like Archuleta can match him or surpass him in the wrestling, could match him or surpass him in the pace, and is overall the more technical fighter. And he just 2 fights removed from being the champion. He lost to a more technical striker in Sergio Pettis. That was another wrestler, and then he fought a wrestler in I said Darian Stotts. His name is Darian Stotts or is it Stotts? I don't think it's Darian. I'm gonna mix the names up right now, but Stotts, Rafion Stotts I think he was really having no issue with his wrestling at all. And Stotts, who's a standout wrestler, and he got caught with a kick. I think he was leading the fight and he got caught. But nonetheless, I know Barzola is pretty straightforward. Nothing unpredictable about him. Can you deal with his pace? Can you stuff his wrestling? Do all those things? Yes, Juan Archuleta could do it, and he could do it do it with flying colors. So I'm gonna say decision, because Barzola is tough. I haven't seen him stopped. Well, he got stopped in the last fight submission, but I don't see him getting stopped this time. I see him just going to the decision, but I see Juan Archuleta winning pretty clean and convincingly. Barzola gonna give it his all as always, but I feel like Archuleta is a couple levels above, and it's gonna win this one pretty handily. So in this one, I got Juan Archuleta via decision.